What's up, in the loop? It's a beautiful, beautiful March Saturday morning here in the city of Atlanta. We are at Six Flags Over Georgia for opening day 2022. No new rides this year, but they had made some upgrades to Great American Scream Machine. We'll check out. We'll just wander around the park. You know, the park's only been closed. The off season is really short here. The park closes right around New Year's. So probably not a lot from our last visit here, but you never know. Maybe we'll see some construction. Maybe we'll see some new stuff going on. Let's go explore. Mindbender that opened late last year's running. That's a good sign. I know they used to have this policy for Fright Fest, but this seems like a strange policy to have every day. Real bummer for locals. Not be able to come in the last hour the park's open. One thing I'm quickly noticing is the number of shops and like merchandise character shirts there, because Attitudes here closed. And that's something we've heard from the new CEO of Six Flags, that he wants to take people, you know, if they have a limited number of staff, move them to high value activities such as rides, which I personally really like. Do you need 15 gift shops all open selling the same junk? Or do you move them to make sure that Goliath is running, I think it can only run 2 trains, but running 2 trains. So glad to see that. We'll see how that works maybe come summer when it's busier. I'm sure things will be more open. See, a lot of this game area here has kind of been scaled back a little bit over the last few years as well. I'm sure, again, that's moving staffing. 3-point shootouts, no more. Probably moving staffing to make sure the Goliath can run 2 trains. It's a rare time of year, since it's still springtime, even though it's 70 degrees out. There's no leaves on the trees, and you actually can see most of the Goliath course here from the entrance plaza. Well, that's kind of cool, because give it about 3-4 weeks and you won't be able to see anything besides the lift hill here. And I know there's so many rides out there getting a paint job. This one needs to be at the top of the list. Train had a paint job in recent years. Track just needs it. Kind of see pandemonium going in the background there, but just again, more showing you kind of this new form of Six Flags here. Lots of closed stuff back here. This Scream Punk district. Now, granted, it is a Saturday. It's opening day. It could be labor. It could be 100 things. But you know, I've always seen this shop open, and this was actually probably one of the better gift shops in the park. But everything back here is closed. I don't even think this area of the park was open if I didn't see some guests sitting here. Looks like this place is open for food, but every one of these other stands was usually open. Like I said, this is a similar gift shop to the one I mentioned a moment ago. It's like, how are you going to sell your Flash Pass if you're closed? I stand corrected. This turkey leg stand is open. One thing I've noticed is these type of machines have appeared all around the park. Self-serve fountain machines. Now the question is, are they going to go to the full Holiday World approach and maybe do free soda for everyone? Or is this, again, kind of part of the new regime's focused on the guest? And nothing's worse than having a souvenir cup or the dining plan and not being able to get a quick refill. And those machines around the park could help solve that. So Great American Scream Machine is scheduled to reopen later this spring after extensive refurbishment, they say. I don't really can see what they've done. They definitely, in my last video from last year, they were redoing the station so that the queue gates actually line up to the 2-bench trains now from the 3-bench, how it used to be. But I'm not seeing anything else. I'm not seeing new track work or a new paint job. And there might be some track work going on way back over there, but I'm not sure I'd call this super extensive. Be interesting to see. Usually later this spring means they'll unveil it probably around Memorial Day, but I don't even see trains on the track yet. The sign is missing, and the station did get a fresh coat of paint. Maybe they'll bring back the 3-bench trains. No, there's no way. But at least the station looks good. I'm guessing they'll probably have a fancy new sign and unveil it as part of the reimagining ceremonies. Also looks like Metropolis here got some nice fresh coats of paint. Well, I was hoping I'd be able to show you something cool here, like they continued on the demo of this area, but no changes since last year, at least from what I can tell. Bummer. I mean, this is quite a big eyesore. It'd be great to see them at least remove this better than its current state. Well, we still have to assume the next ride's going in this area, right? Like a free spin right here. We know it's going to happen. You just need to do it already. Another gift shop that's normally always open, closed. And, you know, I'll make it sound like that's necessarily a bad thing from a financial standpoint. Not selling merch might be a bad thing. But if they're truly doing what they're saying they're doing of, hey, we'd rather have people operating the rides than gift shops, that's fine with me because everything looks to be open ride-wise. It's scheduled to be Great American Scream Machine later this spring. And everything's running a lot of trains. For opening day, I mean, there's been a couple of downtimes here today. For opening day, that's great to see. And more importantly, a lot of food stands might be closed, but the bar's alive and kicking. Let's go check it out. Update to what's on tap here. First set of taps. Second set of taps over here. So on a recent earnings call, the CEO said he tried hundreds of burgers to improve the quality of the food here. So I got what they're saying is the new JB Charm Burger at the JB Sports Bar, and we'll see. Let me put it to the test. I haven't probably ate 100 different kinds of burgers, but you know, it looks like a frozen patty. It's supposed to have bacon on it. There's some kind of mac and cheese, so not quite built right. It's opening day. Let's take a bite. So it's still frozen patty, but it gets a thumbs up for me. I was not expecting. I was thinking it was a bunch of marketing stuff he was saying, trying to get you hyped up. But for a frozen burger, it was not that bad. And the best part was it sells for, I believe, $15. But past Lillers, I didn't know this until I mobile ordered, which was really smooth. So I give him a shout out for that. It was 50% off. So for $7.50 for a pretty decent burger with some seasoned waffle fries, I'm impressed. Nothing new here. I have to just throw out, I just still absolutely love that Twisted Cyclone's theme to having a hurricane party. That is just awesome. They should sell hurricane drinks right outside of it. Now let's look at some merch. I believe this is new here. I always like when they do park specific merch, and nothing too fancy here. I'm sure every park has the same shirt just with their name on it, but appreciate that it isn't generic, and kind of dig the colors here. And that wraps up my quick visit to opening day here at Over Georgia. You know, it might sound like I was complaining about some of the food stands and merchandise stands being closed, which actually a few of them did open later. I actually don't mind it. I mean, I don't think you need 10 spots in the park selling the same merchandise. And if you can rather staff the rides, that's a huge win for me. I wish all the rides were open and running full trains. So seems like a positive. A lot of fresh paint, a lot of new signs everywhere. The park's definitely building on the last few years where things have been going in the right direction.